Welcome everybody. Let's talk about the stock market. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the trade of the day. But before we get started, I just want to talk to the members for a second. This is a really important kind of announcement. It's not really going to change anything as far as the membership. I just want to let everybody know a little something. So give me 1 second here. All right, right here. This is my just my content, releasing content I've released on YouTube. Okay, it's just they call it the YouTube Studio, and you can see there's all the videos I've released lately. Look at every day I'm releasing videos, but take a look at this, guys. 71 views, 119, 102, blah 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 blah. Does this look like that YouTube is letting my content be published out to the community at large? I mean, seriously, does this look like there's a lot of people viewing my videos? No. And it's always been this way with YouTube because I'm a conservative and, they basically hate conservatives. But take a look at this dashboard for a second. Let me show you something here. So I've got, I made $30 in revenue this month. Big deal. I don't put my content out to get revenue from YouTube because they're such a horrible organization. Google owns YouTube and I don't really care. They can run their business any way they want. But look at this. I've got about 4,900 subscribers. Okay. So just based on the number of subscribers and the content, this has been going on for a long time. I've been stuck at like 4,800, 4,900 subscribers for like 2 years, okay? It's pretty clear that they're not allowing, my subscribers to be notified, right? None of them are getting notified. And, I'm done with YouTube and Google. I've had it with them, it's whatever. I'm not here to complain about them. They can do whatever they want with their business, but I'm a businessman too, okay? I run my own business and I got to do what's best for my business. So I think real soon here, what's going to happen is I'm not going to put more content up on YouTube. So for the members who are on the Discord server, that's where all my services take place for the members. For you, nothing's going to change, okay? I'm still going to put the video links, a link to the videos in the Get Us Only channel like I do every day. It just won't be on YouTube. So, don't sweat it. You're still going to get the videos every day. It's just not going to be on YouTube because I'm done with them. All right? I can't grow a business. I don't get any traffic from them. I don't care about their stupid ad revenue because, $30 a month. I mean, like, what am I going to do with that? Yeah, you can't even get a check from them unless it's over, I think it has to be over $100 a month. So I don't rely on them for revenue. That's not how I run my business. My business is off the memberships. Okay, I don't make a lot of money on the membership. At least I make something, right? But this platform's horrible. I'm wasting my time putting up content on there. So for the, I put the videos up for the members plus the general public. For the general public, well, what can I tell you? Tough luck, It's got nothing to do with me. I'm a conservative. They don't like my conservative content. They don't like any comments I put up because they want to run this really hard left platform. And, they're in cahoots with the Department of Jackals and the Federal Bureau of Illegitimates. And, they've been caught doing all kinds of shenanigans. But like I said, it's their platform, their business. They can do what they want. Now you get a guy like Elon Musk who bought out Twitter and says, no, we don't think so. We're going to take a huge platform and go into the direction that's for the betterment of America, right? At least for the conservatives anyway. So just be prepared for members. I'm going to move the content onto another platform. Now I may still publish on this YouTube for just a little bit longer as I try out a few different things. I already have some accounts on other platforms, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put that content just yet, but it's coming real soon. But like I said, don't worry about it. You're still going to get the videos, just not going to be on YouTube. As far as I'm concerned, good riddance to Google and YouTube. I've had enough with their BS and their bullshit. To be honest, I don't really care about them. I don't care. They really basically just shut down my channel over the last 2 years. The channel's still active, but they don't allow anybody to view it. People have to go out of the way just to get my content, right? And you can see by these numbers over here on these views, it's just, whatever, just ain't happening. I see other channels of people who, they're careful about what they say, right? They don't want to offend Google and YouTube. So, they might get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views a day, right? Because, to be honest with you, they're not very brave, right? They just, hold their mouth and don't say anything to offend the leftists and, be careful what you say, all that kind of garbage. So that's where I'm headed. I'm going to do what's right for my business, and Google and YouTube can go pound sand. So just be aware that that's going to change, and the links will be available on the Discord server. All right. So I'm not sure, today may be the last day I do a video on YouTube for this channel. All right, so let me switch back to the charts and we'll finish up this video. All right, so here we are on the weekly chart, and you can see this huge candlestick for the week. Today's Friday, had a range of 128, so pretty big range day here from 46.31. Pretty much came up here, hit resistance for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and then came crashing down. Got below the 45.09 today. I think Thursday and Friday kind of got below this 45.09. I've been talking about this massive divergence going on. And the only other time that the MACD was this high in the weekly chart was the year 2021, like I've been saying. So this was bound to happen, that we were going to get this big pullback. And in Standard & Poor, they reduced the credit for the United States quite a while ago. And then Fitch, 2 days ago, I guess it was, decided enough is enough. They didn't like the handshake deal between the Rhino McCarthy, Speaker of the House, who's not a Republican, by the way, he's basically a Democrat, who gave the Democrats and socialists, like handing out candy, gave them everything they wanted, just gave them, unlimited debt ceiling garbage. I don't think people understand. The Republicans have no real power, right? They can investigate all they want. They can make recommendations to the Department of Jackals, but the Department of Jackals, meaning the Department of Justice, they're not going to prosecute any Democrats or socialists. We already know that. That is not going to happen. Those are their pals. They're not going to touch them. The only real power the U.S. House had, the Republicans had, was the power of the purse string. That's the one thing they had, their ace in the hole, was to use the power of the purse string. So what does McCarthy do? Instead of holding the big federal government, holding them to the fire, he gives them everything they want. He does a handshake deal with Biden and gives them, hey, unlimited debt. Go do whatever you want. Let's run up the debt to $30-40 trillion in America, which, by the way, will never be paid down, in case anybody's wondering. So I'm just mentioning all this not to complain about politics, but it has an effect on the United States economics. It has an effect on the markets and all that other stuff, right? So Fitch said, I don't care what handshake deals y'all do. They're not buying it. And they called it like they saw it. And they downgraded the U.S. credit rating for the United States. And they were right to do so. And I said the other day, and I still say this, and I don't really care if people comment on my YouTube channel. They can say whatever they want, which, by the way, is going away from me anyway, so I don't care. But, I've had people comment about, they just don't have an understanding for, economics. And the Democrats are great. They can do no wrong, even though we've got an invasion at the southern border. We've got, super inflation going on. We've got a war in Europe, and then Fitch has downgraded the U.S. credit. But Democrats just, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. They just bury their head in the sand and pretend like, there's nothing wrong going on, right? In 3 short years, we've gone from a prosperous nation to a total, crap pile. So yeah, pretty funny to hear people comment on my YouTube videos about how Democrats are great, puke. So far as the market goes right here, I think Fitch was right to downgrade it, and I think we're going to see more decline in the market. The weekly chart, I don't think we probably won't get down to this 43.27 on the weekly, because that's the next support, really, is way down here. But let's go take a look at the daily, and I'll tell you where I think we're headed. So the 50-day moving average right now is 44.35, and it came down yesterday from 44.36. So what we know is that the 50-day moving average is going to begin to flatten out and maybe curl over, depending on how big of a decline this is, okay? So right now, I believe the 50-day moving average is the next support. And we'll just see if it holds up. It may hold up. You can see it held up over here, it held up over here, it held up over here. It tends to be a very strong support price point. So we'll see what happens. Right now, I think the low 4400s is going to happen. Now, we may see a bounce next week, whatever, blah, 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 next few days, I mean. Okay, but eventually, just because what I'm witnessing here, so we might see like a little bounce here, and then I think it's going to resume back down, whatever. Okay, so I think that's what price is going to do. You might get a bounce up in this area a little bit somewhere, maybe not. Might not even get the bounce, but if we do get a bounce, I think it'll fail, or we don't get a bounce at all, one or the other. It doesn't really matter in the end. I think as we approach over here, let me get onto the weekly drawing chart would help. As we get over here to this August 21st date, which is approximately expiration for for a lot of the options as well, the monthly options expiration as well, right around that same date. I think we'll see price decline down into that. So again, I think 44, low 4400s is going to happen. And this line right here, let me just crunch this all up here a little bit. I can't even tell you guys what a relief it is to know that I'm getting off of YouTube, because now I can just speak my mind without having to worry about what people think, what the content gods over there at YouTube and Google are going to do. It's just such a relief. Now I can just speak my mind, right? But this line down here, this is 4411. Okay, this line right here, 4411. So that's where I think we could get down to that. This 4411 number could happen. So for my members, I would not be thinking about anything long. Yes, there could be a bounce, but I would not get suckered into it. I think it's a bad idea. I think we're heading for lower lows. Okay, it's just going to keep coming down, maybe bouncy for some days, but overall I think we're going down. And with Fitch's downgrade, we're going to see how these cycles work out. These cycles could change, and we may not see a big bounce later on in the year as much as we may still get that bounce, but it may not be as high as what it once was going to be, because now I have a sense that things are beginning to change in the U.S. economy, and I think the markets are going to reflect that, and I think the stock market as a whole is going to struggle to go as high as we thought originally was going to go on this rebound once we get into the autumn. I think you'll still see a bounce there. We'll talk about that when we get there, but I don't think it's going to be as aggressive as we thought it was going to be, and I don't think we're going to see anything near all-time highs. I just don't think that's going to happen. All right, let's look at the trade of the day. Okay, we had something here at about 8:15 this morning, 8:10, right here at this Gettys Plus indicator that came in. The indication came in right there. Really nice, right? You trade this all the way down. Wait for this thing to get done doing its little peeky peek, and as it starts to drop below the little red line right there, you take the trade. So when did that happen? That happened about right here, guys, in this big red candlestick. Okay. So somewhere in this candlestick, probably about halfway down, you take the trade. And you pick up all these three candlesticks, and maybe some of that one. So let's call it 44.45, and you might get down here to about 45.25. So man, that's a good 20 points. I'd say even conservatively, you're looking at 16, 17, 18 points worth of trade right here. This is a really nice, really very reliable profit making trade right here. Just take this position and just enjoy it. Okay. And that's what we want when we're trading. We want fairly predictable movements, right? We want that because that's how we make the money. Okay, so when this indicator comes in like that, you should be looking for opportunity. When this thing curls over and starts going down, boom, take the trade. And why would we take it why would we take a short side trade here? Because we know on the daily chart that things are bad, right? The daily and weekly chart are showing the market's going this way. So we want to trade with it, right? So just for the members, just to be clear here, I know we're talking about the trade of the day, but just for the members, you don't want to be taking long side trades right now. It's just really bad idea. Okay, you should be looking for bounces and then shorting until the market tells you otherwise, okay? All right, for anybody that wants to join the membership, the link is going to be in the first comment of this video. It'll be pinned to the top. Just click on the link. Make sure you read that comment really well. If you want to join the membership, you can come on over. Okay, again, this may be the last video I do on this YouTube channel. Okay, I'm moving my content somewhere else. Like I said, members, don't worry about it. You're still going to get the videos. You'll get the links on the Discord server. But far as YouTube and Google goes, well, guess what? Go pound sand. Don't care. I'm done with them. Hallelujah. I'm so grateful that I'm finally off this horrible platform because my business is going to grow. It just isn't going to be with them. All right, guys and gals, talk to you all real soon next time. Far as everybody on YouTube, well, you can find me on another platform. This may be your last chance to join as a member from YouTube. So see you all. Take care. Goodbye.